Happy Friday, I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessica Moyer. Welcome to EverTalk Live, your daily dose of happiness in Hollywood, a little pop culture and positivity on Apple TV and Roku via the EverTalk app.
Yes, Friday, we made it. Another
Hashtag Friday.
I know. Plans for the weekend?
Yes, I'm sure.
Always plans for the weekend. I'm guessing it involves a little bit of rosé.
Absolutely, a little Moyer rosé. And I'm going to go downtown and check out the new Soho DTLA.
Oh, wow, I didn't even know that existed.
Exactly. Soho, you know, the social club, DTLA being downtown Los Angeles. They've got the new warehouse. So I'm going to go and have a cocktail.
Super cool. I haven't been to that one for sure, obviously. Only been to the one over this way and towards Malibu.
Little beach house.
I know.
Hashtag
So nice.
goals.
It is.
Anyway, we're so excited. Welcome to our show, our very special guest this morning. Hello, everyone back in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, Rue is back in house and launching a music video today, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have
today.
Awesome. We're going to have a special look at that later in the show. First, we want to know, though, Rue, what are you doing differently with your morning routine this year? How are you waking up and staying woke?
Definitely a lot different than last year. So I've been starting my morning around 6 o'clock. First thing I do is I hit my knees, do a little bit of morning meditation, spiritual align myself, and then I look at my phone. So I don't allow myself to touch technology until I am spiritually aligned with myself to be able to start my day properly. And then it's coffee and right on the road. Beautiful LA traffic.
Love that, bro.
Yep.
Love that. And I love
You got to be spiritually aligned before you can get into LA traffic. Let's be real, okay? Unless you want to be screaming at everyone on the way in, you know what I mean?
Totally. Also love the jacket, man.
Thank you, man.
Right there. Got the mini handcuffs, the thumb cuffs.
I mean, he's a rock star,
Right?
obvi.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for being back with us. Tia Carrere is in the house, starring in the new Netflix original, AJ and the Queen. Good morning, Tia.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being with us. We can't wait to know all about the show. But first, how do you wake up and stay woke? What's your morning routine like?
Well, to make sure that I get out of bed and I don't fall back asleep, I turn the lights on bright immediately. It's like, sear yourself awake. And then, you know, it's basically because I have a kid and I have animals, we just deal with whatever the child needs, whatever the animal needs, and then I'm last in line. I know I need to work on that. I should get up and have some time for myself first, but I'm working on that. It's a lifetime journey.
You know, that little self-care time. So how many animals do you have and what kind?
Oh, just two. One of them needs to be walked immediately.
I can understand that.
Well, thanks so much for being with us. If you want to get lost and travel in style, we'll definitely do it with this one. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for being with us. So how do you wake up and stay woke? What's your routine?
All right, so I'm out of bed, immediately have coffee. I'm sorry, I don't even drink water first. Drink coffee, and then I'm out the door with a smoothie in my hand. I go for a long walk, but I never do the same walk twice. Anywhere in the world I go, I like change. I want to go down different streets. This way I kind of get the lay of the land and get to see new things every single day. So
Awesome.
it's exciting.
You don't have to apologize for not drinking water first. You know, you run on premium.
Oh, exactly. There's
Premium
water and
only.
coffee. There's water and coffee.
That's right.
Exactly. I'm a diesel kind
Exactly.
of girl. Just fuel me up.
Yep.
Oh, well, Jennifer Bierman is in the house, hot off CNBC's Listing Impossible. Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning, you guys.
So how do you wake up and stay woke? What's your routine?
I get up at 4:30 a.m., at least by 5 a.m. every single morning. I do my spiritual studies every single morning. That's the very first thing that I do. Got to get spiritually aligned. You can't have a day without that. You got to live in gratitude, love and peace, harmony, then hit the coffee, and then vibrate around LA.
Vibrate around LA?
Yeah, on the caffeine from Starbucks, honey, of course.
You might be on a hoverboard or something.
Get you a big cup of caffeine and you're vibrating around town.
All right, I love that. I haven't heard that before.
Yeah, they do say LA is the vibe. Apparently, she's right on brand.
She is the vibe, absolutely.
Well, thank you all so much for being with us. We look forward to continuing the conversation later in the show.
Vibe moving around town. That's awesome.
Vibing all
Right?
over town.
Oh my goodness. Love the guest today. My goodness. I've seen Tia Carrere forever, right? Amazing.
Forever.
Just amazing.
Wayne's World, I think, was the first time. And then General Hospital.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up on GH.
Yeah, I know.
So I might be kind of fangirling
We talked
right
about
now.
that. I think we all are. That's fantastic. Excited for the day. What do you got planned? Anything?
Well-
I got an article for us later.
I want to share with you a special delivery I got this morning from Pave Flowers, hot off of the Oprah's magazine, the latest issue. Look at this.
You're the queen of swag, by the way.
Well-
You're always getting the swag.
Thank you. That's
Good
because you
stuff.
all know that one of my love languages is gifts. I love a gift. So Pave, thank you so much for surprising me with this morning with this hand-designed designed bouquet. How
That's dope.
beautiful is that? The packaging is insane. It's all about the box. And these gorgeous, fresh pink roses.
I can smell them from over here.
Isn't that
Amazing.
beautiful?
Yeah.
We'll just go ahead and leave that open for the rest of the show.
That's dope. I love that.
Oh, absolutely. So
You're
thank you so much,
flowers.
Pave. I appreciate the love.
Are you a big flowers girl?
I am a
Yeah.
big flowers girl. In fact, when I was living in Europe, I was studying abroad in France, and there was this other American girl, her name was Brandy, and every week she went to the market and she brought fresh flowers. Now I was going and I was buying cocktails and food, whatever. I said, why are you spending all this money on flowers every week? And she said, because it's so important for me to have something so beautiful and fresh and alive in my space. I thought, well, why not? I'll try it. Absolutely changed my life.
Oh, I can appreciate that. Wow.
Now I do whatever I can to keep something that's alive, that's beautiful, that I look at and that fills my soul. And for me, flowers work.
Wow, that's so much better than blazers. I just spent money on blazers and books.
I'm not gonna lie, treat yourself. I have had that, Alicia Silverstone clueless moment. If you've ever seen the movie, you know.
Oh my
She's
gosh.
sitting in class, and all of a sudden the flowers come to her desk, and she's like, "Oh my God, that's so sweet." Okay, so I have sent myself flowers, put
Have
them
you?
on Instagram.
Shut up.
Oh yeah, and thought I hope he sees this Insta
Oh
story.
my God, you did
know,
not.
I
That's
did.
freaking hilarious.
Guilty as charged. Next time I'm sending myself some pave, but this was with
Yeah.
love from them. I didn't send myself.
I love the motivation. I'm so much lazier than I'm so lazy in terms of things like that.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
buy
about
from other people,
motivation. That was just cunning.
but yes, very strategic. Good for you, Jess. Speaking of cunning, I found this article on theconversation.com, and it's all about like destiny versus growth mindset when it comes to relationships. So like some of us have an idea that there's the one out there that will find us or that we'll find, and they've done some research around that. And like, is that productive? Is that a healthy, happy way?
Are you gonna
to,
break
live
my
your
heart
life?
and tell me
I'm
that's
not,
not true?
I'm not. But I know we've talked about relationships a little bit, but would you say that you feel or have envisioned the one, Jess?
I think there's the one that's right for you at a certain time in your life. I don't think there's one person that you're meant to grow with forever. At least that's my own personal experience. There's people who have been brought into my life for chapters of my life. And rather than calling them even relationships, those are realizationships, right?
Yeah.
Those people were brought into your life for you to realize something about yourself or for them to realize something about themselves, for whether it's in this life or the past, whatever that might be. But, I don't think there's just one. There might be the one that you spend the most time with, but not the one I'm spending my forever with.
Yeah. Talk about woke. That's pretty good. Realizationships.
Exactly.
So much better than situationships, right? Where you find yourself in like a trap situation.
Well, I've had a situationship a couple times
those
too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Sometimes
of
those
course.
lead to the realizationships.
Always.
Well, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna have to practice that one. So that's the whole point. Is that when you have an idea, like sort of that it's your destiny to meet this special person, that's fine in of itself. But part of the problem is that you begin to outline exactly like what this person acts like and talks like and looks like, and then that becomes a little bit of a problem because you want to have a little bit of freedom and flexibility in terms of working with the people that you do meet that might not have or embody all of those qualities like on your shopping list.
Okay, but as a woman, we were taught from a very young age
Yeah.
to create a list for ourselves,
It's true.
right?
Shopping list.
Exactly. Your partner has, this kind of education, these kind of qualities, this kind of spiritual beliefs, and they have to check all those boxes,
Yeah.
or you're sacrificing or you're compromising something.
True.
So if I'm not manifesting a specific destiny,
Yeah.
what am I calling into my life?
Yeah, so I love the idea, of being sort of specific, but I think sometimes it's better to be specific in terms of like in a more general way, but be more specific in terms of things that matter most. So maybe prioritizing the list, like what matters most, like, and not just that, but sometimes the things that we want in another person, or even like in a job or opportunity, they conflict with each other. It's like, I want the shy guy who's also outgoing. It's
Yes,
like,
I do.
Huh?
I want the introvert
both,
that's also the
both,
extrovert.
right? Exactly.
The creative that's also a stable. Is it too much to ask?
There you go. A little bit challenging. So like just prioritizing, I think that listed a little bit. So for me, for instance, like I just love kind people. There's nothing more attractive than someone who's just simply kind. It's so like underrated. That in of itself. And then other things fall underneath that. Of course, you want to be attracted to the person. And of course, you want to have similar values and lifestyle. It makes lifestyle choices. But I think prioritizing your list helps a lot. But also having a growth mindset, so if you do meet someone and they don't check all the boxes, can you at least put some effort and like energy into the relationship and like just trying to connect with the person before you just write them off? And you're good about that, I think.
I think so too,
Yeah.
absolutely. But what I found most interesting in my experience, dating as an adult, which is always awkward, right,
Yeah.
for all of us.
The
is
adulting thing is awkward.
right? Why did they give us more of a GPS on this life?
Overrated.
But it's really how I show up and what these other people are bringing out in me.
Yeah.
So what I found is that rather than getting specific about the lists and the traits and all these things that they have, it's how I want to show up in a relationship, right? Because that person might have something that I didn't expect or anticipate that I can totally love and appreciate because I shine in a different way.
Love. Like that is, for me, I think that's gold, and I think that's like, for me, the take home point too. Because I don't really have any interest in like trying to change this person, control this person, and however they're showing up, and that's like their karma. But I do want to respond in a way that makes me feel good. And so quite frankly, like I'm selfish about it. I'm like, okay, you can be mean and nasty, or you can have a difficult day or whatever. I want to meet you where you are. And I'm doing that for you, but I'm also doing that for me because I like feeling good. Like, I don't want to put more toxic energy out there. It just doesn't feel good. So I love that idea of sort of being like a living, shining example and a role model for the person that you're dating or your friends or whoever, but just trying to show up like in the best possible way with the greatest, possible light. I think it's awesome.
Shine on, friends. Shine on.
Shine a little bit sunshine. We talked about that yesterday, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what Jez was.
Yeah, says the girl
known
who
as.
used to believe my name was Sunshine. Anyway, stay tuned. We've got a great show coming up on EverTalk Live. And I'm Jez Moyer. This is EverTalk Live, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. in the Ever Media Studios for a little Hollywood and happiness, positivity, and pop culture. On Apple TV and Roku via the EverTalk app, and of course streaming live on all socials.
I've got so much love in my life, and then I get to do this with you every single day. I mean, it's incredible.
If you have a dream, do not let anything stop you.
You can have all the money or all the success in the world, but if you don't have peace, it's all worthless, really, right?
Happiness from the inside out. Please be sure, if you haven't read this book,
Sweet.
you've got to. I
important to
love
remember.
what we do.
I do too, Jez.
Miracles. I'd like just my life to be an example that miracles exist. I am just so grateful that we get to be a part of this journey together, Rob, whether it's 4 a.m. texting up peanut butter and jellies or coming to you live Monday through Friday every 9 a.m. You know when you're going to see that, Eddie?
Yes.
When we're holding it in our
That's
own
right,
hands,
that's
Rob,
right.
for best digital daytime talk show.
What makes people lucky, like actually lucky, is that they believe they're lucky.
Thank you for being my mentor, Rob.
Likewise.
You didn't even know it.
True.
I'm out all the time. I'm everywhere. I'm drinking my wine. I'm doing the show. I'm stepping and repeating on some kind of red carpet. I had a little too much. I was like, one drink Jeslyn. One drink Jeslyn. 2 tequila Jeslyn. 2 tequila Jeslyn.
One drink Jez.
Is this one drink Jeslyn? I hope you're proud, Rob.
I'm very
reading
proud
a
of you,
book.
actually. I don't know how you have. The hair is killing it today.
Oh, thank
Are
you.
you feeling-
Clearly, we have no fun around here. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Thought of the day: light, love, and magic. Oh, I do it fun. It was wild. Absolutely. Oh my God! Do you know we're still on live, Rob? Right now,
You gotta be kidding.
talking to my angels.
That's hilarious. That's-
They always say if you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life, right? I absolutely love what I do.
Yeah,
We
it's
couldn't do what we do without the support of you watching. Thank you for sharing, for DMing, for commenting, for continuing to support us as we grow and scale our vision. For the people in the studio and their friends and families for having our backs. We're so grateful.
Right. And I'm most deeply and genuinely grateful for you. Truly, I am, Jez. It's just a pleasure every day to get to connect with you and work with you. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you. I'm so grateful for you. We love you, Rob Mack. There isn't a man or woman who hasn't met you and said you're the best dressed person in Los Angeles and the happiest guy we know. It's an honor to be able to do this show with
Appreciate
you.
that.
I wonder what's going to happen when I run these plates.
Oh, my lips are so chapped from all that kissing. Do you mind if I get some chapstick?
Ma'am, keep your hands where I can see them.
It's right here, officer. Let's see. Where is that chapstick?
That's a lot of cash.
Want some?
Is that a Birkin bag?
Well, at least she didn't take us in.
I've wanted that person my whole life.
I wanted my purse my whole life too. Tia Carrera's in the house. Lady Danger, as seen in Netflix original AJ and the Queen. Thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
What a scene.
Oh, the whole thing was amazing. There's 10 episodes. Each one is a little gem. We visit a different city across America as Rue goes on this cross-country drag show tour. So every episode, you got to watch it. It's hilarious.
I mean, Variety said this is one of the most hotly anticipated shows of 2020.
Oh, well, that's nice. All I know is Hollywood Reporter gave me the best reviews of my life. I'm just going to stop with that. I'm not going to watch anything else, not going to read anything else. I'll just take that gem, put it inside of me, and just leave it alone.
I love
Praise
that.
emoji.
Right?
Yes.
Do you feel that way? Do you feel like this is the best work that you've done?
I feel it's definitely the most daring work I've ever done. I stuck my neck out there and just went with it. I mean, if you see my character in this, you've never seen someone so brazen and bold and really doesn't care at all. Just, just ballsy, a ballsy broad. I always wanted to be one when I grew up, and here I am.
There you go.
So why now? Why this role?
Well, Michael Patrick King, wrote it, who did Sex and the City. He and RuPaul created this show and this concept. It's just amazing writing meets the right actor at the right time. And I think I'm much more self-assured than I used to be, less worried of, I was just saying that I'm worried about my hair from a certain angle on the camera, but other than those small little blips, I'm generally more daring and less afraid about what people think than I used to be. When I was the young ingenue, the young sex symbol. It's more liberating now, being a mother, being a woman of a certain age.
I find that fascinating, and I love that. And so many people don't go in that direction. Sometimes they become sort of more hyper-focused on their insecurities and weaknesses. I love that you're more self-assured. What is it exactly that let you become more self-assured?
I don't know, but I think it's the moment that I gave birth. I'm like, I can do anything. I have created life. Childbirth, without anything, it was just my no pain medicine. I had medicine when I first went in. He's like, get her off the pain medicine. She can't even push, whatever. So I was I was stone cold sober when I delivered my 8-pound baby. And we're built for that. And once you do it, you're like, holy cow. I went through all that intense pain, and I did it, like the women thousands of years before me.
You are some sort of superwoman, though, and you've got
every woman
list.
is.
Yes, but you specifically have a list of these IMDb credits now that just stack.
Yeah, they scroll forever.
I'm 157 years old, so there's that. I've been doing it for 35 years. I'm turning 84.
But what is it about you that led you to be able to navigate Hollywood so successfully?
Oh goodness, I don't know. We bumble through it, every one of us, however we can. It's not an easy path. It's not a straight path. You have to navigate some treacherous waters, as we see in the #MeToo era. I've known. I went to a Catholic school, all-girls school, for 13 years. My family's very important to me. And I think, my grandmother raised me during my teen years, so she's a very simple, very straightforward, personality. And that simplicity and the purity of what she taught me, I think really grounded me coming here, a place where everything's okay, sure, that's no problem, do whatever you want. And
it's Wayne's World.
It's your world, you're a movie star, you can do whatever you want now. But innately, I was like, no, that doesn't feel right for me. No, I'm sorry, I can't do that. That's, maybe I'm naive and starry-eyed, but I believe that hard work and perseverance are going to get me where I want to go,
Was that the best piece of advice you ever received? Was it around hard work and perseverance, or was it around something else?
I don't know what it is. I come from a very simple background in a mostly immigrant neighborhood in Hawaii. It's like the opposite of the Descendants, you know, the fancy area of Hawaii. It was a very simple, down-to-earth, salt-of-the-earth kind of upbringing, and I think that made me grateful for everything that came afterwards, you know. Every step of the way, it's like, I can't believe I'm invited to this party. It's amazing, you know. Went to the Netflix SAG Awards party the other night. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like fangirling out. It's like, and there's Brad Pitt, and there's Leo DiCaprio. But you know, to enjoy it for what it is, and not to covet it, not to let it affect you and make you feel bad about yourself, where you are in your life. But to enjoy it and to celebrate it with everyone, you know?
Fantastic, yeah.
What's next for you, Tia?
I'm going to be going out and singing more. I have 2 Grammys for my Hawaiian music, but I've been working on sort of a jazzier, like violin, cello, piano kind of vibe. So I want to go out and perform in the next month or so. I've got my 14 songs together, and I just love singing live. It fulfills something in me that acting doesn't.
You'll be performing here in LA, around the country?
Yeah, in LA, New York, all around. But if, you know, AJ and the Queen comes back for another season, it'll be in between when I'm working on the show. So.
Well, and also Dollface.
And Dollface, yes, I heard that got picked up again as well. I play Shay Mitchell's mom, her hot mess of a mom. Another awesome part. I just love being the age that I am now to be able to play these insane women, because it's way more fun.
So interesting. It's not something you would have expected, huh?
No, it is something that I would have expected,
Really?
because I had an Auntie Dolly. Rest her soul. She was my grandma. My grandma was very conservative, very simple. But my Auntie Dolly was married I don't know how many times. She worked in a karaoke bar, and she was just wild. And I was like, I want to be like her. I want to be like Auntie Dolly when I get older. And I am a little bit.
A little bit.
A little
So
bit.
what is it that you want to be known for then? This Auntie Dolly version of
Oh my gosh. No, I just want to be known for always doing my best, always trying to be, the best person I can be, and, of service, and being a good mom,
Yeah. Is there anybody who's inspired you most in your life? Anybody who's been an encourager, or just someone that's been a model for you?
Jeez. Like I said, my grandma, whenever she had a bill, we were on the bus to go to that place to pay the bill. She never had a pile of bills that, racked up. She always was a person that you went to when someone needed help. She was very influential. Oh, she used to take me to the boutique, which was Goodwill and Salvation Army. And I'm still a big fan. Still a big fan of these places. You find some treasures there, I'm saying.
For sure, especially in LA.
Well, thank you so much, Tia. We're so grateful for you. Please tell everyone they can find and follow you.
At Tia Carrere on Instagram, Tia Carrere on Facebook and Twitter, and yeah.
And Netflix. On
that's right. Oh, you're talking about the shows. You're talking about the shows.
All the things.
Netflix, Hulu. I've got another show on Amazon called Relic Hunter.
Oh my God.
That I traveled all over the world and did that. It was awesome.
Boy, family, successful career. How do you sleep?
Oh, just keep putting one foot in front of the other and get 8 hours sleep every night.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Noted.
Yes.
Stay tuned. We'll be back more at EverTalk Live. 4, 3, 2. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm your host, Jez Mouillet, aka The Trading Bell. What a morning it will be. Due to recent news, we're expecting that the market will be down today, but that could potentially present some opportunity for us. Let's take a look at our watch list. One of the things that differentiates The Trading Bell from any of the other stock shows, other than we do live trading, is everything that we do is on camera, so you can see it as it happens. You are seeing what's happening right now in this moment. 2020, it's all about money, money, money. That is my motto. Remember, money never sleeps, pal. That's right. That's why I'm here trading in Los Angeles live with you at the opening bell. Whew, sun is not even up yet, but the stocks are on the move. Numbers are moving faster than I can even speak. Well, let's face it. I'm excited. I'm thrilled. I've got goosebumps. This is a history in the making. Top of the list, SVRA, up 154% this morning. Build BVI at 162. Oh, that feels good. BPH, Spring-Baked Pharmaceuticals, up 22%. That is going to make for a very sweet start to 2020. Filled. Woo! That feels good. Just a disclaimer, this is an entertainment show, so please don't treat any of the information you hear on the show as an investment advice, because trading is risky. Let's end the year strong. Visit EverTalk TV, Facebook, or Instagram at The Trading Bell. Remember, every dream has its price. What's yours?
Okay, guys, client has this beautiful property in Laguna Niguel. You guys want to take a look at it on your phones? The house is currently listed at 13.9. The seller is insisting we co-list this property with a local agent, so we're happy to do that for him. I obviously need a co-broker on it.
I think I'd be the perfect person to sell this home. This is my neck of the woods, and this is my kind of thing when it's on the market forever. Do you know anything about him?
He's an older guy.
Check.
No, definitely single, but I don't
Check.
know.
Keep talking to me, Daddy.
Jen Berman is like my stepsister, the one I love and love to hate. She is outgoing, she is smart, but I'll tell you what really makes her exceptional. She knows how to connect with both buyers and agents, and she uses her network to get homes sold. Jennifer, I'd love to work with you on this.
I love that. Thank you very much.
Well, they say your network can be your net worth, Jennifer Bierman. I'm wondering if that is true. That was a look at Listing Impossible. I'm so excited about that show.
It's amazing. The ratings are going through the roof.
Yeah.
So we're very blessed, very fortunate. And we're doing runs also on Bravo and USA as well.
So what do you think it is about this show, Listing Impossible, that's really resonating with American audiences?
It's real. I mean, I've been a part of the $1 Million Listing Show since it started. So, I mean, and there's a lot of things that are real. I'm not taking away from that. But this is really getting into the seller's mind and really getting in psychologically, like trying to say, okay, we have to revamp everything that you thought was going to happen with this house. And we're coming in and just giving you the real lowdown on what it is. We're not here to make friends. We're here to sell your home and get your what you have to get accomplished and get out of the situation you're in.
Just love that. So the clip we saw, high praise there for you and the ways in which you're able to get inside both sellers and buyers' minds.
Right.
How have you sort of cultivated that gift? Is that something you were born with? Is it something you just sort of gained through experience? Or
I think it is a gift. I think that when people are really connect with people, I'm very spiritual. And you just feel somebody's vibe and somebody's energy. And I should have had like my own soccer team. I should have like 20 kids, but the cancer took that ability away from me. So I think, I've faced death many times. And I think that you just come to a different place on this planet to say, you know what, it's just forget all the stupid crap, live in gratitude, just be nice to people, but tell it like it is. Let's be real with one another. I'm not going to sit there and snow you. And I feel like in our industry, there's a lot of agents that have that problem, that want to just get the listing and do it for different reasons. And I'm not about that at all. If we're not vibing or something's not going on, I'm not going to be the right person for you, and I'm going to give you to somebody else. And that's not what, most of the people do in sales.
Yeah, for sure.
How has that characteristic, though, benefited you in your life outside of real estate?
Well, I mean, my friends are my family. And when I build these real estate teams, these huge celebrity teams, my industry is my life. This is not a job to me. This is my lifestyle. So when my kids, so I was never able to have children. And so when I hire like Lewis that's on our show, and those are my babies, and Aaron, I've known Aaron since, he was an assistant like getting into the business as well. He demoted me to stepsister. I used to be sister. So after we were filming, I'm now the stepsister. So we need to find out what's about behind that.
Okay, I iron that out.
Yeah, exactly. There's a scoop there.
There's a scoop there, child, for sure.
One of the things that I'm impressed by about you, among other things, is like your confidence and your certainty around, both your work and your life and who you are. And is that something that, sort of grew out of the adversity that you experienced, with the illness and everything like that, or was it what
Rob, it's a combination of things. First of all, it's called failing.
Yeah.
You allow me to fail, because without failure, we can't grow. And you have to be humble. And I'm a Eckhart Tolle, like that's all I do. Power of now. I mean, I lived in Ubud in Bali, and you know, I think that when I went down there to get spiritually rejuvenated, it gave me a different perspective on life. And actually, I think I purged, and that's why I had my cancer. I came back sick, and I had 2 tumors on my heart from breast cancer. But I feel it is a blessing, because have I not experienced that, I wouldn't be awakened to all my spiritual blessings that are around me. And so now when I really meet somebody and I vibe with them and I see that they're really a true heart person and they're not just out there, you know, for different reasons in this world, if they're not spiritually connected, that my energy space is too sacred for me. So that's changed me completely in how I work with clients and all the kids that I work with. Yeah.
Just incredible. How inspiring.
I know. I'm absolutely just blown away by you, by your spirit, by your authenticity and your transparency, and even like just, you know, living a life on camera that you've done. What's that been like for you?
Well, I mean, I've always been on stage. I've been a stage speaker in front of thousands of people for over 20 years. So that's where I light up, and that's what gives me life. And I've had cancer 3 times. So I've been doing this journey since about 2006, and it, you know, just keeps on going on. And I think that I know that I'm put here to reach people, and being a life on camera, I just hope that people can watch my journey, because everybody's so scared to say they're sick, because then they say nobody's going to want to hire you. You know what? BS. I don't care. I mean, I got nothing to lose, baby. Bring it on. I mean, you know, I'm like a little cockroach. I keep coming back after everything. So
I mean, it can be very cutthroat. We actually had the opportunity of one of the episodes of Listening Impossible to be shot right here in the studio, and so I got to witness it kind of firsthand, though. Yeah. And it is cutthroat.
Oh, cutthroat, girl. Mm-hmm. And with on the team with the agents as well. I mean, it's our business. It's a shark business, and I've been the one that's been running the companies. So I have hired most of these agents. So I see it from a different perspective. That's why they call me Mama. And so I have to like really, you know, get them in perspective and say, just slow your roll for a second, okay? Or get back into something, pull your big girl panties on, and get out of your head and put your shoes into the seller or into the buyer's shoes. And you got to have that balance. And I think that's the why everybody calls me, and, you know, like on the show and everything else.
So I'm very curious, what has been your most impossible listing?
I'm about to do one right now. So stay tuned for season 2. Yeah. I mean, it's just, you know, when these people, I think that their home is worth, I just had it happen. Huge celebrity, huge. $8 million. And I'm like, it's going to be $6 million. No, I won't do it. Well, what if I bring you an offer at $6 million? Then I think you're stealing from me. Okay, well, then we're not going to take this listing right now. I'm going to wait till you get in a reality check, and then I'll come back, and I put the contract back in my purse.
Wow.
And I didn't take it. So you go get beat up by somebody else, let them like want to take your celebrityism and do for their marketing. That's not what I'm about. I'm here to help you and sell your home. And that's my only thing is to really get your needs accomplished. And I don't care about anything else. And that also comes from all the trials and tribulations I've had with health, because we have a short time on this planet. And I just want to give back the right way that I can to no matter who it is I'm working with.
Spoken like a true mom.
Love you.
There you go, Mama.
You know, it reminds me of something that Eckhart Tolle said. He said, "What do you say, Eckhart, when someone comes to you and you know you think that they want help, but they're not ready yet?" He says, "Oh, it's fine. I just accept that." And I say, "You just need a little more time." He said, "What do you mean by time? You just need a little bit more suffering. Then you come back."
1,000. Yeah. So I coach people for a living, and so when I see that, I mean, I just know, and I'm like, just stay tuned, honey, you know, because some people told me that when I was in my 20s and 30s, and I didn't get that, and it had to take me to really go through what Eckhart's saying, the pain of it, and when you get the pain, that's actually a blessing. Because life is hard, and you're going to go through pain. It is inevitable, but it's how you are humble about it, and it's how you overcome it, and it's how you give solutions to that. But most importantly, it's how you surround yourself with people that inspire you, motivate you, and uplift you to know better. And what my biggest thing for me personally is, I love those people that are older and wiser than me, and they come down to me and they tell me just, you know, all the bad stuff I don't want to hear. But I know it happened last night to me. Yeah, one of my biggest mentors in the industry, you know, she's in her 70s. She's my love of my life, this lady, Bernice Ross. And she's like, now, Jennifer, you have to slow down. You have to do all this. Honey, I've been working on that for 48 years. I know. So, but I need to hear it all the time still. And that's how you grow.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your light and making
Thank
the
you for having me here.
impossible possible.
It
Jennifer,
is.
please tell everyone where they can find and follow you and, of course, see the show.
On Twitter, @follow Berman, and then Instagram, Jennifer Berman Host. And again, we're on CNBC every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. on the East. And then we're on Bravo and USA Network as well, and on Apple TV with you.
Go watch it.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having us.
Of course. Stay tuned. We'll be right back for more EverTalk Live. Thanks.
Last night I dreamt and you were there. But when I woke in the morning, it didn't feel real. Putting the pieces back together, finding a strength I never knew. Start again. This time it's gonna be different. I'm learning to breathe again. This time it's gonna feel different. The past is in the past. Some things just never last. Learn to let go. Start again. Start again.
Have that shit. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Without you, I think I would be better. Said we tried 1,000 times, but you still been on my mind. Damn, you trash, but he thinks you treasure. I'ma let you shine.
Yeah.
Let you shine.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the new one right there.
good. That
Yeah.
was a sneak peek at your official video
Yes.
being released today.
Yep, today at 10 o'clock it'll be out.
Got the exclusive
Yeah.
right now. That's dope. Love that.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolute fire. Okay, so tell us about this single.
So this is a new single called Treasure. I did it with my two producers who I work with, and also one of my really good friends, Say and Feels. But yeah, so we just put that single out last week, and the video's coming out today. It's kind of a crazy concept. Like, I was trying to conceptualize something that you could talk about letting go of a relationship, but like not that concept, because everybody writes about that concept. So like, I was thinking about it, I was like, what's a common idiom that people use? And it's like, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Like, if a girl's cheating on you, like, she's trash to you if she's gonna go be like that, you know what I mean? Even though that's a really brutal thing to say to somebody, but he finds her as something that's brand new and fresh. So, you know, you let her go. And so that's the concept of the song. The lyric is, you know, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Without you, I think I would be better. Tried 1,000 times, but you still been on my mind. You're trash, but he thinks you treasure, so I'm gonna let you shine.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's the lyric to the song.
That's gonna be on like everybody's Instagram. That's
TikTok.
Great hashtag, right? Yeah.
TikTok that. Yeah.
It's interesting too. You know, I love it. We have such incredible conversations every time you're here.
Yeah.
And you know, I think it's a perspective shift too, right? Because
Totally.
we've all been on both sides of that fence. It's like,
yeah.
it's trash. Or they're trash. And
Yeah.
No, they're a treasure. You know. And so, what role has that played in sort of your life? This sort of perspective shifting.
Oh, I mean, right now, I mean, this doing Rue has been like such a huge change in my life. Like I've been doing music since forever. You know, I've been singing since I was a kid. But this time, there's just been something different with like just not allowing anything negative to come into my life at all. just like the previous guest was just talking about, she was saying, you know, it's just not allowing people to affect your spirit negatively. I just don't have time for it. You know what I mean? I want people around me who are about positivity and who are doing similar things in their life that I am, who are building their lives and doing good things for themselves. You know, those are the kind of people I want to surround myself with. You know, you are, who you surround yourself with, or you'll become it eventually. You know what I mean? So this time differently. You know, it's just like I took out all the trash in my life. I got rid of all the negative people, negative things. You know, I just don't allow it. I don't have time for it. I want to grow spiritually. I want to grow in my career. You know, I want to be successful in every aspect of my life. You know what I mean? That's why when I wake up in the morning, first thing I do is hit my knees and I get grateful and make sure that I recognize all the beautiful things in my life and all the blessings that I have in my life. You know, and then I can get to go and carry that out. So when someone cuts me off in the morning, I can wave at them and go like this, like, "Have a great day, man. Like, I'm good."
Yeah, give them all 5 fingers, not just one.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. Give them 5. Yeah. So yeah, man. That's you know what I practice in my life. You know, I want positivity for everybody. Even though the song kind of has a negative kind of approach to it, it's still really happy and bouncy because it's like, you know, it's about, you know, you're not telling her that she can't go do something else. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna go let you shine. Go do your thing, baby. You're good.
Yeah.
You know, and at the same time, it's, you know, positive move forward for you too to, you know, to let something like that go and go get something better.
Yeah.
You know.
I love that. I think I saw a quote. I think it was Tupac this morning on a meme, and it was basically like, you know, he said something to the extent of, when I don't get along with someone, and or maybe they do something to me, I might sort of go different ways or separate ways from them, but I don't make them into an enemy because I still want to see them eat, just not at my table.
There we go.
You want them to suffer. You just don't want to, you know, be a part of that kind of environment, kind of space.
Yeah.
So I just love that. When did you make a decision and like really commit to living this way, positivity?
When I decided that I was sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah.
That was it. You know. Yeah. You know. I think that everybody has a different kind of bottom. You know. Everyone has a different kind of place in their life. I don't think that everyone has to end up in the gutter or on Skid Row, you know, to hit their rock bottom. You know what I mean? Some people's rock bottom is in a Beverly Hills mansion laying on the floor, tired of using and drinking. You know what I mean? That's some people's rock bottom. You know what I mean? But it all just depends. And I just got to that point where I was sick and tired of, you know, where I constantly there was a ceiling above me. And now I feel like I could reach any limit that I set my mind to. You know what I mean? Like, I literally feel like I have no limit there's no ceiling on my life. Like, I can literally do anything that I want, you know?
Well, then it's a surprise that MTV gave you Breakout Artist Award.
Yeah.
You're headlining at the Troubadour on January 31st. Tell us a little bit about the show.
So I'm headlining Troubadour January 31st. That's this coming Friday, which is going to be absolutely insane. 2 really dope artists opening up. We got Kappa and this other group named Sleep Talk. Really good friends of mine. I got a bunch of my friends playing on stage with me, which is going to be dope.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, it's really great when you get to work so hard and then you get to see, you know, the fruits of your labor and everything coming to fruition. You know, I'm going to have like all my best friends on stage with me. Everyone who's been involved in this project is going to be on stage with me, performing with me. It's just going to be a killer experience. And, you know, people who've just been listening to the music get to see it live. You know, so it's going to be a great night. So, I mean, it's gonna be a party for sure.
So
it's
the
gonna
31st,
be nuts.
January
31st, yeah, the Troubadour. Yeah.
And
Which is like a super sick, iconic venue. I'm super hyped to be playing.
Oh,
it's gonna be crazy.
Right down the street here in West Hollywood. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody has played the Troubadour. Who have you seen play there?
Oh man, I saw Sam Smith play there. His first time coming out to the United States. Saw him. It was a small crowd, really intimate. I mean, it was packed, but I mean, Sam Smith, right after I think he put out one single and he just came to the United States, and I went and saw him there. And I also saw 1975 there, one of their first times being in the United States. I think it was their first U.S. tour. I saw them at the Troubadour. Friends band of mine, The Neighborhood, who's doing really well. Seen a bunch of people play the Troubadour, and then after that, careers really took off.
Is it surreal for you? I mean, you know, you've got a track record here of success, but is it surreal for you to be in that same place, playing in that same space?
I'm just enjoying the come up, you know. I'm just enjoying. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. I'm just enjoying where I'm at in the moment right now, and not trying to like think in the future or think about what's to come. Obviously, I'm working towards the things that I want, but just enjoying being in it right now. I don't want to look back a year from now and be like, damn, remember when it was like super chill? You know what I mean? Before, I mean, it's hectic right now, you know, but I mean, like, I just don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss any of this. I want to enjoy every second of what's happening in my life.
Presence.
Yeah, exactly. Just being present.
Well, we want to
not being on my damn phone so much. You know what I mean?
Good for the interview.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You know, this is nice, having a real conversation.
Exactly. Baby steps.
I'll tweet you guys in a minute.
Yeah, exactly. Slide into my DM.
Yeah, exactly.
Please tell everyone
Yeah.
where they can find Value and, of course, see the video coming out
Yeah,
today.
video's gonna be out on YouTube. It's under Rue, R-O-U-X-X. Song's called Treasure. And my Instagram handle is Rue Official. And Instagram's Rue Official, Facebook Rue Official, everything's Rue Official. YouTube, I don't have an official thing there. But
Don't need it.
just search Rue Treasure, you'll find it.
Oh, thank you
Yeah.
so much, Rue.
Thank you guys so
We
much for
cannot
having
wait
me.
to see you on
Yeah.
the 31st at the
Yeah.
Troubadour. If you're in Los Angeles, we'll see you there. Stay tuned. We'll be back
All
with more
right.
on EverTalk Live.
Gotta get it right now. Yeah, push over limits with you right now. Gotta get it right now. Yeah, push over limits with you right now. Gotta get it right now. Yeah, push over limits with you right now. Get it right now, right now, right now. Get it right now.
Welcome back to EverTalk Live. If you'd like to get lost, well then get lost with Lindsay. Lindsay Myers is in the house, and you are a budget travel and lifestyle expert.
am.
But how did you master this? Because I have never quite seen anybody do it so well.
I know. Well, thank you. Thank you. It took a little bit. I mean, I went from like when I was really young, backpacking around the world, like $20 a day. You know, you're like dirt cheap. It's like how low can we go? And then I got the opportunity to, work for Brad Goreski and Gary Janetti, who are amazing. And
Brad World.
Brad World on Bravo. It was super fun. Traveling the world, working with Kate Spade, J Brand, Japan, or in Japan, Dubai, all these places. Really, really nice, living a very different life, And so I kind of like got both sides of it all. And I'm obviously not on, I was like, I want to bring it in the middle. I want to bring it to people so they actually can achieve this. I want to motivate people, encourage them that you don't have to be an influencer or celebrity or any, a famous person that's just rich to be able to, experience all the things that the world has to offer.
Right, you've made the high life accessible.
That's what my whole goal is. My mission is to bring it to everyone.
So I saw you on Access, Rob's always Access, and you were telling Mario and Kit about your wedding dress.
My wedding in general.
Well, her wedding in
was
general was a fairy tale, a real life fairy
a castle. It was at a castle in Ireland, and I booked it. I booked it on like a venue that you would stay at. It was on Airbnb.
It looked like Downton Abbey.
It looked like Downton Abbey. Like all of our group pictures. I was like, this is amazing. It was $300 for the castle.
The whole castle.
The whole
Not
we
just
got
the closet.
Nope. Yeah, not just one
Not
room.
just the bathroom.
Not just one room. We were allowed to like go inside.
Yeah,
basically.
right, exactly. You actually can get inside.
It was so cheap. I mean, just reasonably priced. And then my dress, like you said, I mean, I, did the bridal store thing kind of to give it to my family, and it was cute. But I also wanted a better story. Like I knew my whole thing is there's not one way to anything. Let's think outside the box. If you approach everything a little bit different, it doesn't have to be the same story for every person. The bridal store is fantastic. You can go and drink champagne, and it's lovely. It's going to be very expensive. So a lot of us don't have so much money to give to our dress, but we want to feel great and amazing. So I don't want to take that away from people. I want them to still feel perfect and beautiful. But I went to a sample sale, And the fact that I got it for $25.
$25.
Designer.
Nicole Miller
gown.
gorgeous.
Which
it's
is like
my
how
dream.
much money would that be off the rack?
It's like $1,500 to $2,000 off the rack, and the tag was still on it. So we're not talking. It's not used.
It's basically free.
It is basically, and it's like I know, and I felt good. It went to charity. You know, it just a really good story too. And I wanted to like just encourage people. Like, look, you still have it all. That's the whole thing. When I say budget, I don't want people to think that taking away from their experience. You're still getting it.
Budget is not a sexy word.
Nah, I know.
I've never liked
know.
it. I've never been
I know.
attracted to budget.
I know.
But you've somehow made this budget mindedness magic.
Thank you. I love that. Because it's just, you're still, I always say, I'm still going to do it all. I'm still going to go to Paris and experience it all. But I'm not going to sit and, have a 5-course meal and be, and be like where everyone else, where all the tourists are. I'm gonna go to local markets, grab that bottle of wine, grab some rosé, and have your little picnic and still experience the people and the culture. And it's just a different approach to every little thing that you can do.
See, I love this. Go
Me
ahead.
too. At the beginning of the show, you mentioned always taking a walk and never taking the same route twice.
Exactly. That's what I do everywhere I go. When I moved to New York City, 22 years old, from South Carolina, literally I had no idea about anything, but it was like boot camp for life for me. But also I did that every single day. I took a different route every day to work. I always walked, and I never I got lost every 2 seconds, but I mean, you find yourself right around the corner. You're experiencing everything the city has to offer anywhere you are in the world.
Well, and I think that's a great lesson in life because some people don't have the budget necessarily to travel, but you can still experience that wanderlust right where you are.
Absolutely. And that's why this week I needed to get away, and we've been working so hard. We just got in the car and went to Joshua Tree. And we booked a last minute thing the same day, got it for $50, and we were in this really cool like glamping tents. You're staring at the stars, you're like, this is unbelievable. Like we were just in LA 2 seconds ago, and by dinner we're sitting in Joshua Tree for $50. And it's like we got away, we really like reset. We felt like, I was a new person the next day. I just needed that little bit. But that's why I want to encourage, it's like adventures all around us. Get in the car, explore a new part of your town. There's something different. You don't have to like make a huge bucket list or all these ideas and things you want to do for your life. Start now. Little things at a time make a huge difference, and you don't have to have $1 million to do
Oh, just love that. It's, at the top of the show, we're talking about the difference between like fixed mindset and growth mindset. And you have a very growth-oriented mindset.
Thank you.
Have you always been that way? Is this ability to sort of think in like increasingly freedom or freer ways been something that you sort of were born with?
I kind of like, my parents were amazing. They encouraged me, and my mom was always like, you can do anything, you can do anything. To a point where I would laugh and be like, I really think I can. I think I can, Me too. Yeah, I was like, it's great.
Yeah.
But I always leaped before I even knew, I never even thought about a safety net. So it's like, I moved to New York without a job. Who does that?
Yeah.
I had no money backed up. I was a waitress at a rib, at a rib place in South Carolina. I had a tiny bit of money, but I just said, I know I'll find it. I will work it out. And it makes you don't have a plan B. Like if you only have one option, you got to do it. Like it's like you put it out in the universe, and it's like you make it work. It's just that drive. So
you've always been pretty confident, self-assured, and like faith-driven in that way. You just knew things would always work out.
It's like, it's got to. And sometimes it's not the plan you always think. Most of the time it's not. But it's a different kind of version. And then it's that same thing with the think outside the box thing. It's like when we have such a plan and an itinerary, I never, ever, ever have an itinerary when I travel, ever. I would rather go to a restaurant and go up to the bartender and be like, if you had tomorrow off, where would you go? I want to find out where the locals go. I want to have the real cultural experience or the real experience. And that's not going to be $1 million because they're not going to the tourist locations.
In doing that, what was the best surprise you ever got when you asked the bartender, where are you going?
I was in a tiny island off the coast of Italy. And I actually asked the boat driver. We hired a boat for $40 for the whole day. Tiny little boat. He didn't speak much English, but I was like, where can I go? What can I experience? Not only did he invite us over for dinner that night.
Wow.
Oh, stop with
To his
your
house?
boat
We
driver.
cooked the fish that we caught.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. He had lined up the next day for all of his friends, local friends, to take us around.
Wow.
Yes, we hit all of their little favorite spots, the little watering holes. We were snorkeling. It's amazing. You never know. you know, like the adventure is just out there.
See, that is budget-minded magic right
Incredible.
there.
Love that.
Thank you.
Lindsay, please tell everyone where they can find, follow.
So Get Lost with Lindsay. I am all over. I am all about telling you how you can achieve all of the budget, travel, lifestyle, fashion across the board. So
Love
Get
it.
Lost with Lindsay.
Thank you so much for
Thank
being with us. And
Thank
we
you so
are
much for
going to
having
get
me.
lost in Miami.
There
That's
we are.
right. EverTalk Live is going to Miami the first week of March. So if you're in town, definitely hit us up. We can't wait to be there.
I don't promise we'll be back, but we will be back on Monday. So send us a DM. See you on Monday morning. You guys have a great weekend on purpose.
That's right. Happy Friday.
Right. Yay. It's just incredible.
Here.